Do you think that a prime minister reassurance to public will help to reduce tension?
I think Keir Starmer has done a very good job at reassuring the public that we will not be a poodle in America. And I think he's taken a principled stand on this decision. So I welcome Keir Starmer's decision to go much further in terms of rebuilding relations with the EU in order to reboot Britain. I'd urge him to go further than just words, however. Labour's current strategy has been one of death by a thousand ameliorations of Brexit. It's still death. I urge him to go much, much further. But we are seeing the first signs, I think, of Keir Starmer doing some very good work now.
Okay, so I mean, do you think that Starmer is planning to stay away from United States and coming very closer to the EU? I mean, he's what some people saying he's playing with fire.
Yes, everyone is playing with fire. One of the assumptions made by those people who promoted Brexit at the beginning was that we would align ourselves more fully with America. They didn't, however, foresee Donald Trump's version of America. Donald Trump has proved to be an incredible, unreliable, and dangerous ally with everyone around the world, not just Britain. And his recent reckless actions put the Middle East, Europe, South America, and the whole world at risk. I think that Keir Starmer is now gathering the courage to take more sort of confident steps, not to put Donald Trump down, but to keep him in his place. And I think the trip of that's forthcoming with the King may be an incredible, clever act that because Donald Trump doesn't like Keir Starmer and says it nearly every day, sending King Charles as a sort of shield for a bit of cover for Keir Starmer is possibly a brilliant idea. I'm obviously not party to what the strategy is there.
Okay, finally and briefly, now there is, but Starmer has suggested and submitted the cut of the prices, energy prices. Is that encouraging people? Let's make people at ease now.
I think Keir Starmer and all senior figures in government across the world have to solve the problem of long term strategy, which is facing down Donald Trump and not letting him carry on with his antics, but also to reassure people about mundane, everyday things. And so he has to do something on the cost of living and the cost of petrol and diesel and what have you. So I think that's also well founded. I've got to give Keir Starmer a lot of credit for this.
Great. Thank you, Peter. Thank you very much.
We must welcome Keir Starmer's decision to go much further in terms of rebuilding relations with the EU in order to reboot Britain. However, he must go much further. Labour's current strategy has been one of what I call logical incrementalism, or death by a thousand ameliorations. Whichever way you look at it, it's still death. Brexit is costing us the earth every year, and there is no benefit to it. One of the assumptions made by those who promoted Brexit was that we would align ourselves more fully with America after Brexit. Donald Trump has proved himself to be an unreliable and dangerous ally. His recent reckless actions put the Middle East, Europe, South America, and the whole world at risk. So we are beginning to see the real Keir Starmer now that his advisers, such as Morgan McSweeney, have been ousted from Downing Street. Brexit is costing us something like £180 billion a year and counting. That's every year, and it's not just economics. All of the effects of Brexit are being felt by people, right through to the impact on the cost of living and our NHS. Some 1,500 people every year die in our NHS because of supply shortages of nurses and doctors due to immigration control after Brexit. So, Brexit literally kills. Our book, Reboot Britain, outlines the full range of opportunities that we could seize if we rejoin the EU fully and not in parts in terms of a thousand ameliorations. Right across the piece, not just economics, the whole steeple factors are involved. That's social, technical, economic, environmental, political, legal, and ethical opportunities. In macro political terms, our political isolation on the world stage makes us vulnerable to Trump's ever-changing moods. It's a very dangerous place to be if you're a smaller country. So, we urge Keir Starmer to apply to rejoin the EU as an urgent priority. This actually might save the Starmer government in 2029. Now it's become patently obvious that Brexit broke Britain. Instead, we need to break Brexit before Brexit breaks Britain. Keir Starmer is making a bold move in this regard, and I urge him to go further for all of our futures. I'm rather hoping that he's using the King to go to the royal visit as some kind of human shield so that Starmer can work more closely with Europe and use King Charles to hand out the Ferrero Rocher or whatever they do at these dinners.